When it comes to ideas like rebirth and karma and heaven and mukti, we have to depend entirely on the scriptures. My words, your words, they do not count. Some people will speak in favor of it, some others will speak against it. Now, these things have no meaning. Either you are a follower of a particular scripture or you are not. And if you are a follower of the scripture, you have to accept it fully. You cannot say that I'll take part of it and not another part of it. All the scriptures of Hindu religion will say that rebirth is a reality. And just now we saw how Patanjali is talking about creating so many bodies so that this karma can be worked out. But that is happening with us all the time. If you look at your life, just for a moment, just pause for a moment. Think of your own life, say, in last 2000 years, when Jesus was born. And supposing you believe in this rebirth theory. Now, when Jesus was born, go a little higher, look at your own life. Many lives, many bodies. Just think of the 50 bodies, say, in last 2000 years. Your mind now is a continuum. Those of you who are interested in the subject will find it extremely intriguing and very interesting. Your mind is a continuum. Your body is not. Because supposing, just to give you an example, supposing you were born in some other species, maybe as a cow, maybe as a dog. Now these things sound so terrible, but let's for a moment assume your sanskaras, your impressions. Whenever you do something, that work leaves an impression on the mind. Something like the example that we use. There's an ATM card. You go put the ATM card in the machine and take the money out. All the transactions are noted in the computers. After 5 years, if you go to the bank and say that, okay, fine, show me all my transactions, the computer will let out all the transactions. But if for all practical purposes, you don't refer to the computer all the time. Your mind is like that hard disk where no file can ever be deleted. If you delete those files, the trace remains. Your hard disk never forgets a mistake that you made, a wrong entry that you made. It keeps a record of everything and it pops up at the right time. You ask for something and that pops up. Exactly like that. When you get the appropriate body, the impressions that were the work that you did, whatever you did, its impression has remained and it pops up in the right body to come and manifest itself. Continuity of mind is maintained through various pieces, various space, and time. There is a continuum in past, present, and future. Mind that I have today is practically the same mind that I had when I was a kid. Not only that, it's the same mind that I had 2000 years ago, 5000 years ago. Just that some more skills have been added to it. And impressions of some of my past actions have been added to it. When we say that we are evolving, it only means that we have been gathering more and more experiences. And Swamiji says that impressions revivified become memory. So experiences becoming fine become impressions. Now again, let's have a thought experiment, which many of you may not like. Supposing you were a dog, maybe 5000 years ago. So let's trace that time for our convenience. Perchance you become a dog. Experiences that you had as a dog body 5,000 years ago are now waiting. Once you are a dog, it will start working out. Now, if you look at life, like we were discussing 2000 years ago, thinking of many bodies, actually, you will see that they are like branches. And each of this body is just like a descendant. So there was a dog, and now when you are born as a puppy, you are born not of your parents, you are born of your own body. Shocking. Many of you who have been listening to these talks will say that you don't have any similarity with the behavior of your parents. In fact, I can assure most of you won't have similarity. And many of you would find that your parents are not at all interested in scriptural matters. I'm a monk not because my parents gave me this sanskar, but because my previous body gave me this sanskar. I am a true descendant of my own self. No one in this world, no one, mind it, in this world is a descendant of his family. Everyone is a descendant of his own self.